The Local Show, sponsored by Victory in Motion, home of knee repair, not knee replacement, on News Radio 570 WSYR, on 106.9 FM, and live everywhere on the iHeartRadio app. The Local Show features in-depth conversation with business owners, employees, and influential business leaders throughout Central New York, exploring their successes, challenges, and reasons for doing business right here in our growing community. The Local Show is produced locally by Zoe Advertising. Now your hosts, Tom and Steve.
You're back up to it. We're back into it. It's The Local Show with Tom and Steve. Thank you for joining us. We certainly appreciate your time and hope you're enjoying the weather and getting back to all of your springtime things, cleaning out garages and stuff like that. I still have to take on that project. Which
well, your garage is a mess, really.
Oh, it's beyond a mess.
Would you just chuck everything in there for
everything.
the winter?
Well, from the construction that we had,
so
and
it
the
just became the
remodeling.
catch-all?
It's the catch-all. And I got DJ equipment from one end to the other. It's we got to get clean.
Well, get the boy to work.
It would have been cleaner, but they shut down Lake Creek on me. And I didn't want to drive all the way out to Rock Cut Road, with a load of crap.
Well, it's time to drive to Rock Cut Road.
I'm going to have to, no matter how you slice it. Well, hey, we got Charlie VanPatten with us. He's the owner of Mattress Makers here in Syracuse. Everything's okay on Bridge Street, isn't it? There's
Absolutely.
nothing going on there. That's
Absolutely.
open.
And we got North Syracuse rebuilt after that fire a few years ago.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you had
Is
that
it North Syracuse or is it Cicero?
Right.
So right on the line, just so
it's closer to Bear Road.
Yeah, kind of
right
across from Home Depot.
You got it.
Yeah. I do frequent Home Depot a lot, that's for sure.
Well, you know where we are, so just stop in.
Yes.
But, it's interesting. We're finally celebrating 110 years. Can you freaking believe it?
Yeah, well, you don't look a day over 70.
No, not at all. And, a lot of companies will say, oh, we've been in business for 150 years. But guess what? They've had 10 different owners.
Sure.
We've had one family doing the whole thing for 110 years.
That is so rare. Tom, you and I know the second generation businesses sometimes keep it going. By the third, they choke on the silver spoon, and there it goes.
So who started the business for you, Charlie?
My uncle.
Uncle?
Yeah.
What was his name? Uncle
John
Fred?
Southard.
Oh, John. Uncle John. And when you came, did you go to college for anything specific?
Mattressology or anything?
Yeah, believe it or not, I'm a chemist. I work for...
Get out of here.
I work for LA Chemical, actually.
Really?
And then I worked for GE making integrated circuits, and then along came Jack Welch and said, well, no more integrated circuits. And my uncle had a mattress maker. It was in his 70s.
Yeah.
And the whole thing said, well, we got to do something. So he talked me into it. And here I am, 60-some years later.
Yeah. That's why. What happened to the integrated circuits? I thought that's in everything.
Oh, if he stayed with that. Well, he went to Capital, what the heck do you call it? In other words, he went in the finance business.
Oh, the finance business. Okay.
Selling capital. And he did well on that. But if he stuck with the integrated circuits, he would have been...
Allied Chemical. That explains that special glow you have.
Yeah,
that's right.
That's something.
Yeah.
So you've been making mattresses ever since. And
absolutely, yes. And
custom
we've always
mattresses.
been American. We've always bought American raw materials. For example, our foam comes from a factory in Archibald, Pennsylvania.
Gotcha.
Our latex comes from a factory where they make it in Mountaintop, Pennsylvania. Mm-hmm. Our springs come from a company that's American Steel in Hanover Township. Then we got wool up in Castleton on the Hudson. We got cotton from Little Falls. So we're local, we're American. You can celebrate twice. You can celebrate buying local, and you can celebrate buying American. We're the place to come.
And is it true, I heard from several people, that most mattresses that you buy from the big box stores and the brand names that everybody hears for years, that they're only one-sided?
Absolutely, yes. And believe it or not, that people don't realize what they're paying for that price, because you got a spring unit, which is about only 30% of the cost of the mattress. So the other 70% is the top. Now you put a second top on and you add another 70% to the cost. It's not practical, but we do it. We make it direct. Because
in the old days, weren't all mattresses double?
Absolutely. Up until the 70s and 80s, Simmons Company said, you know what? we can make this one-sided. We can save a third of the cost.
Right.
And that's what they did. And then everybody kind of scoffed at it, but 10 years later, everybody's doing it because they found that they could compete.
That's
we just, and I think I mentioned last time, we just flipped ours.
Yeah,
we just went through, and not only did we flip it over, we actually put the feet where the head was and the head where the feet was.
Absolutely.
And,
yeah.
And it had been, I mean, we've probably had them 5-6 years from here, whatever. It's been a while.
Oh, they were Charlie mattresses.
They were Charlie mattresses. It seems
That's right.
like the timing was good to do that.
Absolutely. I mean, think about it. You want a mattress to be comfortable, so you can't make it like a rock. You can't make it too hard.
Right.
I mean, back in the day when people kept their mattresses for 45 years, what was it? It was a cotton mattress, a horsehair mattress about 4 inches thick, and you couldn't sink that. It would just stayed forever.
Right. But I don't know how it did on your back, but...
Yeah. As time evolved and comfort became more important, it evolved, and that's fine, but at least give the people a break. Give them the two-sided mattress. But, the industry's always looking for ways to cut corners, as I mentioned once before. Within the last year, as costs go up, they said, well, how are we going to cut our cost, If you take like 3 or 4 inches of foam on the top of a spring unit, if you can cut an inch out, you can cut 25% of your cost if it's 4 inches.
Right.
So they said, well, we'll make the spring, instead of making it 8 inches, we'll make it 9 inches.
To make up the difference.
I said to the rep, I said, wait a minute, you're going to have more cost in the spring. He said, no, we just stretch it out another inch.
Oh, golly.
That's not good.
That's not nice. So what makes your mattresses different than
a mattress store or somewhere else?
Those big brands?
Number one, we source our quality materials, as I mentioned, all the places we buy it, and we just buy the best. And number two, the fact that you can flip it, because mattresses do sink. They soften up. It's natural, because in the process of going to one-sided mattresses, they found a problem: body impressions. So now the industry quickly developed a thing called body impressions are normal and expected up to 1.5 inches, some 2 inches. And it was interesting because Sealy was the first one to do that. And they'd have a factory rep come and look at your mattress. And they wouldn't come in the morning, they'd come in the afternoon, because in the morning, you got the body impression pretty good.
Yeah.
But believe it or not, foam has a memory, not support, memory.
Yeah.
It'll come back up. So by the time the salesman gets there in the afternoon, there's no body.
That's smart on their part.
Then it got so bad that they started mailing people a piece of string and a ruler. And what you're supposed to do is run that string across your mattress, take a ruler, take a picture, and then they'll determine whether they want to take care of you or not. That's assuming it's okay. And then there's a local store that used to take a blue light, because if there's a stain, you voided the warranty. I mean, I could go on all day with a list of things that void your warranty. I mean, warranty, forget it. There's no such thing as a mattress warranty.
Yeah.
It's just a joke. So they would take a blue light, and they'd look and they look until they found a little stain. Oh, I'm sorry, your mattress is now warranted.
Oh, that's
you got
terrible.
a stain on it.
So, are you going to be giving away some specials for this 110 years?
Yes, we're going to be offering our pricing that we did 10 years ago.
Okay.
Really good pricing, better than, it's factory direct plus 10-year-old pricing. So you're going to save some money.
Right. So they can walk right into the factory behind Henry Wilson Jewelers.
Absolutely.
Across from Fleet Feet on Bridge Street. Or in that Cicero, North Syracuse tricky triangle. Across from like Home Depot, right in there. Right across the street. And on Bridge Street, they can see them being made. MattressMakersSyracuse.com. Charlie, thanks for joining us.
The place of transparency.
There we go.